The house felt unnervingly still as she turned toward me. Her robe slipped from her shoulders with a deliberate, almost performative grace, the silk brushing against her skin before pooling at her feet. Her body looked unchanged, firm, toned, every curve familiar from decades together. Her eyes met mine, sharp and deliberate. 24 years, she said, her voice flat, almost icy. I've been faithful all this time, but tonight I won't be. He's coming. I don't care what you think. I'm going to be with him. Her words didn't ignite rage. They froze something deep inside me. I didn't shout. I didn't beg. I moved steadily to the safe, spun the combination, and lifted my magnum. Its weight steadied me far more than anger ever could. I inhaled once, calm, and said quietly, "If he steps across that threshold, there's no going back." Memories flickered. Years of shared sacrifices, quiet evenings that felt sacred, the life we had painstakingly built together. All of it dismissed in a single statement. I had suspected her betrayal for some time. Guarded messages, sudden trips, the distance in her gaze whenever I reached for her hand. She thought she was clever, but betrayal leaves traces, subtle and accumulating, until they cannot be ignored. Where most might respond with heat, I chose cold precision. I collected evidence, mirrored her emails, backed up her texts, tracked finances, cataloged names and faces. She assumed I hadn't noticed while she slept beside me, triumphant in her secrecy. Meanwhile, I constructed a different arsenal. Records, receipts, photographs, proof that emotions could never erase. I prepared methodically. Assets were moved, accounts restructured, legal barriers reinforced. I untangled her assumed comforts so that when the time came, her foundation had already shifted beneath her. Her confidence was a structure built on blind faith. I quietly removed the supports. When he arrived, slick and overconfident, I greeted him calmly. The gun remained visible, a silent warning, but the true weapon was the dossier I slid across the table. Photographs, documents, financial records tying him to illicit dealings he had hoped would remain hidden. His smirk faded as he flipped through it, panic overtaking bravado. He pleaded, bargained, turned to her with desperate eyes. But for the first time, she saw fear in mine. "You thought you could take my life," I said evenly. "Tonight you both pay the price." I made 2 calls. One to my attorney, one to the investigator I'd engaged months earlier. Everything unfolded exactly as planned. By morning, he was in custody. By afternoon, divorce papers were served, meticulous and unassailable. Her world, once cushioned by my labor and devotion, collapsed into a series of irretrievable losses. Friends drifted away, admirers vanished. She screamed, called me cruel, but I only shook my head. I had been a husband for 24 years. She ended the marriage the instant she chose another. I didn't destroy her with violence. I dismantled the comfort she had taken for granted, letting truth, cold, indisputable, legal, do the work. Now I live in the calm that follows. I feel no hollow victory, no petty triumph, only clarity. The story has been rewritten, and my pages are blank again. She carries the weight of her choices, heavier than any fleeting passion, longer lasting than any heated night. I could have burned everything down in rage, but I chose a different path. Patience, preparation, and the careful application of consequence. In the end, I lost only what she had already surrendered.